I'm an idiot. I didn't realize that the next episode for Welcome to Demon School Iruma Kun to upload was episode 8, not episode 9. I just checked the episode and I'm like, how did I forget about this episode? This was the most cringy episode ever. Okay. Okay, the plot. I'm actually going to keep those pictures so that way, yeah, it's for this show, anyway. The plot of this episode. Claire is mad that Iruma is spending time with Amari all the time and wants to win him back, but she doesn't know how until Sobnak decides to give her the advice of woo him over to your side and take what you want, essentially. So, she decides to take the elective course of seduction. To be completely honest, Clara is probably the furthest thing from sexy I have ever seen, and that is reflected in her percentage of sexiness of 2. Which the teacher, a succubus, has never seen in, I guess, all her teaching. So, Clara is adamant about this. Even in later episodes, she's adamant about it. So, she gives her, I guess, some books, or some, self-help stuff on how to be more seductive. Iruma has no idea what she's doing, and thus thinks she's trying to play games and stuff. Even with the makeup, I don't even think he realizes what's going on. So she tries many different ways by trying to pose sexy, makeup, smelling nice with perfume, though she goes way overboard on that one. Little goes a long way when it comes to smell. Less is more. Because when you overdo it on anything that's smelly, whether it be perfume, body wash, cologne, deodorant, at times, it stinks. It's overpowering, and you could smell someone coming before you even see them. And that's just like if you stink. Like if you haven't taken a shower, you could smell someone coming before you even see them with how bad they could smell. Same goes with things that you try to cover up smell. Or when you're trying to smell good. A little goes a long way. For those of you who wanting to try perfume, cologne, or whatever, remember that. And this is actually shown in the actual episode when she tries to use perfume. She dumps a bucket of or something all over herself, and everybody just runs because it stinks that bad. And after a while, she gets all depressed because it's not working, obviously. And her family ends up cheering her up with a little song and dance later. And she's back to her usual self. So she tries to use all of those techniques at once. The makeup, the smelly stuff, the posing, the kissing as well. And Iruma ends up dodging her. Reflexively, obviously. And ends up running straight into, dang it, what was his name? Kiruo, his familiar, the teacher. And he sends her to detention, obviously. Later, she ends up giving up, claiming that it's not working and that she's never going to win, that the redhead lady is going to win Iruma, and Iruma ends up coming and talking to her and referencing her as a girl, which she gets motivated by, claiming that she's going to make him fall in love with her, and we get a bit of a reaction out of him, to the point where her sexiness has gone up from 2% to 10%. So, yeah, how did I miss this episode when it comes to... I got it recorded and everything, I just missed uploading it. I could have swore that this came up after the murder ball stuff. Maybe I forgot. I need to work on the show more. Anyway, so yeah, the plot. The characters. I like how they introduced another teacher, the succubus teacher. I mean, you kinda can't really go wrong with that kind of a teacher in this kind of a genre. I mean, she knows what she's doing, and she tries to help Clara even despite the fact that she is as innocent as a newborn baby. And, yeah, Clara is just being so... Let me know what you guys think. Is she cringy or determined? Because I know she's determined and all that, but it's still cringy to me. Let me know what your thoughts are on this. But yeah, she's trying to win Iruma over back to her side and away from Omri because Omri's taking all of his attention, and we don't get to really see much of Asmodeus besides him trying to stop her when she's acting silly. And but yeah, Claire's the main focus, and we actually get to see her family in this episode. We don't see her father in this episode, as far as I know. Is her father not in the picture? Did he die? Did her father and mother separate? Guess we'll find out maybe at some point. Unless it's not stated in the anime, in which case, someone let me know from the manga, please. Anyway, those are the main characters that are in this episode. I mean, like I said, it's awkward, it's cringy, but it's kind of funny at the same time. And how bad it is, it's good. Let's see. Any additional thoughts? Why she didn't go to Asmodeus for help? I'm sure he would have some opinions on this, at the very least. At least ask for him what he thinks is... Anyway, she could have asked Asmodeus for help. Like, getting his opinion on what do you think is sexy, for example. What the... Episode was good. It was cringy. Claire was kind of cringy and awkward and everything. It was kind of bad, but it was good at the same time. And I'll see everybody next time.